This episode brought to you by Giant Novelty Cakes. And just be sure that there's somebody not in the cake before you cut it. Don't make the same mistake I made.
Hey everybody, we're watching Under Siege and you're listening to Miscast Commentary. Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I am Joe Finley.
I'm Tebow, Todd Man, Sailor Boy.
Wow, it's not the first time he's got his name incorrect during this show.
I was thinking about something else.
I was thinking about novelty cakes and the mistakes I've made therein.
Exactly.
Awesome. We are taking on only our second Segal movie, and pretty close to our last. I mean, we're pretty much running out. I think we'll probably
there's a lot of them, but
yeah, but there's only a couple worth really handling.
Yeah, exactly.
Because we're gonna handle Above the Law, and then that's pretty much it, right? Think that covers it.
What about Executive Decision?
That's not a Steven Seagal movie. He's in it for like it's
they
Kurt
pulled
Russell.
the old Drew Barrymore and Scream on that one, and I was so happy.
Oh god, yeah. That was bananas. I remember being blown away by that too. And he was like, because they're like, we won't make it. And he's like, you will, and and then gone. I'm like, I don't think he's coming back. Like, that was just the end. Okay, I've got my notes up.
I'm surprised that he wasn't like, after I get cut out of this scene, I'm going to come back as the lead character. Like, no, that's Kurt Russell. No, I can play him.
Yeah. I'm going to play everybody. And like, guys, the whole rest of the movie, imagine he just insisted on going Nutty Professor. And he's just like, he's a big fat thing. He's like, I
have been living my entire life hoping to see Steven Seagal star as every character in a movie.
I just said one thing that's very funny to me, though, is him in a fat suit. I'm like, I don't really think that's necessary anymore if anybody's taken a good, hard look at him lately. All right, guys, Under Siege. It's rated R. It's the first movie I ever saw outside of this country. We were in the United States when we saw it together.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was the first time you could go see a rated R movie because an adult was able to take you. And yeah.
As long as the homeless person is an adult, you can get in.
You betcha. So I might as well jump right into it because it's a weird one. Let's press play.
Now. Oh, that was perfect.
I did press play.
Absolutely fucking oh my God, Steven Seagal is like a living legend of being just complete whack job.
Oh my God.
Just complete. And most of the people are saying like his martial arts are completely fucking fake. Like he is just completely like, I hope you have some good stories in there.
There's not a lot in terms of like him being nuts or anything like that. It's kind of this is a pretty like chilled down one, and it really surrounds Andrew Davis, the director. I'm going to name the first movie he ever did. I didn't write. I have it. Oh, there it is. Oh no, it's not him. It's the writer. So J.F. Lawton wrote this movie. The first movie he ever wrote was called Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death.
I literally just watched that 2 days ago.
Oh my God.
I'm not even kidding you.
Can you tell me what the next movie he wrote was? That was the first movie. What's the next one?
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
No, that would be great. So with only that script to go on, he was hired to write Pretty Woman. He wrote Pretty Woman, the actual Pretty Woman. He
dealt with a lot of Pretty Woman in the Avocado Jungle of Death, so...
Yeah, but he also wrote, like, his career's weird, because he wrote Chain Reaction, he wrote Blank Man. Like, he's got a weird career. Andrew Davis has got a pretty weird one himself. He did this. He directed Above the Law. That's where all this started. He directed The Fugitive. He directed Chain Reaction, A Perfect Murder, Steal Big, Steal Little, Holes. He also wrote Above the Law and Steal Big, Steal Little. So, like, these are guys who had, like, respectable kind of careers. Cole Meany.
There's so many people in this movie.
I can already tell you everything I need to know. You need to know about Cole Meany's character in this. He's not going to be happy. He's going to have, like, a red face yelling at people, and everybody's going to disagree. That sounds like it was a fake voice.
Gary Busey.
I miss, like,
this man.
Like, conscious Busey.
Conscious Busey. I prefer him after.
Like, I mean, he seems more fun now, but I mean, at the same time, it's sad kind of fun.
I like that because it's like, who do you like, Skinny Elvis or Fat Elvis? Or are you like, how do you like your Gary Busey, pre or post Plum in the Brain? Didn't he take a tumor out of his head the size of a plum or something?
I don't know.
That.
Well, it was his. I don't remember. But his big thing was his motorcycle accident that flattened him because he got brain damage.
Yeah, because he took a tumor out of his brain.
No, because he had a motorcycle accident.
And then that gave him a tumor in his brain.
Oh, you don't get a tumor. It must have been a hemorrhage or something. Because I was like, you don't get a tumor
or something.
Yeah.
But it was two separate incidences.
Yeah. Well,
call in, Gary.
Yeah, it's like
we're not live. Call in.
Yeah, exactly. He would.
It's like 4 a.m. Gary Busey calls you on the phone.
What if, like, say it wasn't even him, but just say my phone rang when you said that? I would not answer. I would freak out. I would throw my thing off the balcony.
Look at the guy in the background. He looks like he's like Dennis Hopper, like mixed with, or no, not Dennis Hopper. I'm walking here.
Oh yeah, he's got some. He has a little bit of Dustin Hoffman, a little bit of Martin Sheen in there.
Yeah, it was like a mixture.
So
Dustin Sheen.
So this boat, this is the USS Missouri, I think it is.
Missouri.
But it got decommissioned while they were shooting the movie, so they had to stop having it at sea. So they shot the rest of the movie on the USS Alabama, but it's docked and it's like hard docked. So like you could see the city in the background. So what they did is they put a barge with just a giant black sheet, and they just to like block out anywhere where you might see the background.
Right. That's cool.
This to me is probably the most stupid idea for like a movie. Is like the cook happens to be the most decorated like officer.
Well, because he's out. There's Buddy.
Yeah,
he's it's always that way. Who is this guy?
Yeah, but it's like but Die Hard at least like Die Hard made a level of sense. It's like, oh, he's a cop, but he just happened to be like, but he's like, oh, he's one of those guys who was a highly decorated officer and he was a Navy SEAL, but now he's the cook. Like that doesn't.
He's done his tour. He's done them all. Killed so many people that there wasn't going to be a war left, so they had to make him a cook.
Yeah, exactly.
They're killing too many people.
Now they're eating all the dead
in America. Damn it!
Yeah,
This is the only type of boat like I pretty much have not been on. That is fucking huge. Yeah. Look at that. If you see like one of those specials or whatever, like a Discovery, and they show you like the inside. Oh yeah. They're it's like a buffet. There's like 1,000 fucking people on the thing.
Oh god, yeah. A buffet of people? Oh, I just learned everything I need to know about you sailing. Oh god. So I see those dish racks and all, it just takes me back to our restaurant days.
I know. I'm like, ooh.
That being said, I wish I had one of those in the corner of my kitchen so I could just do all my dishes in one go and just.
You have 2 children.
Yeah, no, but it's
let
nice
them do the goddamn dishes.
Forget it.
The oldest one can stand on the younger,
yes,
so she can get to the sink.
Yeah, she can get to the sink. She sucks at dishes.
Of course, they do it on purpose. I know. That's what I do.
I know.
Then my aunt does them.
I get it.
Fucking A.
I love watching this movie just makes me want to watch Battleship again. Have you seen
that movie?
It's a campy kind of whatever, but it's got everything you expect to see. Bernie Casey, he's probably been in the most movies we've covered.
Oh yeah, totally. He's been in like everything.
Oh, and this is also this is Dwayne Davis. If you don't know him, he was in the biggest thing he was in was probably, or the thing he was the biggest in was The Program. But he's also in Universal Soldier, Summer School, Beetlejuice. He was one of the dead football players. His father was an NFL player too.
Ooh.
He was in Nightmare on Elm Street 4. He wasn't he wasn't Kincaid, but he was
Kincaid.
Yeah, but he was he just played Jock in that. He was in what else? Digstown. He was one of the brothers.
That's right. Yeah,
like the 2 brothers there, and he like his little brother got hung after the thing.
Yes, that's right.
He has not acted since 2010 though.
Really?
Yeah,
he's done.
He had a pretty good career.
Yeah,
like,
he did pretty well actually.
But most of them were just him being like either the goon or.
I like Gary Busey's voice.
Well, this was that period of time when you could just kind of take him seriously too, right? Like he was Lethal Weapon and like that kind of stuff, right?
You're telling me that you don't take the man who was the ginger dead man seriously?
Not super seriously. So there's Raymond Cruz there. He was in Gremlins 2 as the messenger who like whistles the. This seems weird. He's like, quick, make the black guy dance at us. What else was he in? He was in Out for Justice, Broken Arrow, The Rock, Alien Resurrection, Training Day, Collateral Damage, My Name is Earl. His probably biggest thing was in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul as Tuco Salamanca, and he was in The Closer for like 105 episodes.
He's in a ton of shit too, right there.
That was what I was talking about.
Oh, cool. I thought you were still talking about the other guy.
Yeah, no, that was Raymond Cruz.
He's been everybody in this movie's been in lots of shit.
You know, I always love it. Oh my God, is that freaking Johnny Cage in the background?
Oh my God.
Wait, until it goes back to the shot. See? I think that's 100% the dude who played Johnny Cage.
The actual guy.
Yeah. Hey? I don't know. I think it's him. He's blurry.
No.
The Hilo. I love he always puts on this really like tough guy New Yorker thing.
He's such a jerk.
But
I love the story from Tobolowsky.
Oh God.
Where he talks about being on the Glimmer Man. Yeah. And they get to the set of the Glimmer Man.
Yeah.
And so, which is an action movie.
Yeah.
And before they film the very first scene, which is he's supposed to kill Tobolowsky, who's like a murderer who's gone crazy and is in a church.
Yeah.
And he refuses because he is now a Buddhist or something. And he doesn't believe in violence suddenly. And they're like, well, you don't, but your character sure does.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I can't do that. Yeah. So they literally had to just appease him.
Yeah. By saying he would be like reincarnated. It would like redeem him.
Well, Tobolowsky had to take him aside and like talk him into it, like the most ridiculous, like talk somebody into doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand at that time of somebody's career why you would be that much of a prima donna.
I don't know.
Like you were now making The Glimmer Man with Keenan Ivory Wayans.
Speaking of prima donna too, so he's on the cover, the only person on the cover of this movie. He's above the title star in that. He's in the movie for 41 minutes. He's in the movie for less than half of this movie.
Segal.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Well, that's how you make a good Segal movie.
Yeah, that's we're gonna cut it. We're gonna cut it down. It's like a few minutes of them, and then it's going to be all like him and Tommy Lee Jones just quipping in the control room.
I always hated his unbeatableness. Like, couldn't he ever in one movie got beaten up, still win the fight, but have a good rumble? You know what I mean? Like,
he's Fast and Furious-ing. He's like, I can't lose my fights.
I know, just like my martial arts. Christ, like,
it would be like a bane of the existence of my martial art if I lost a fight.
There's like I listened to a lot of interviews from Spawn, Michael Jai White. Is that his name? Mm-hmm. I always think when I say Michael Jai White, there he is. He does look pissed. Comini.
It's a very weird.
Look at this. Over here is like the Electric Mayhem. Like the fuck? Like they're like, hey, we got to look like artists even though we're terrorists. So.
Yeah, well, they're coming down as the band, so... I mean,
you know what should have been the twist? That Erica Eleniak was actually the leader of them.
That would have been
bananas. He kills, Tommy Lee Jones in 5 seconds, he kills everybody. And then she's like, boom, there's a gun to the back of his head. And it's Erica, and her tits are holding the gun.
Yeah, she actually was an afterthought in this movie. It was like, Segal just decided it would be funny to have his sidekick be a stripper.
Right.
And he's like, it'd be good. Hey,
He just wants to have a hot chick on set that he can hit on.
And then like kiss at the end of the movie for no reason. I totally understand the purpose for this, obviously, as like a safety purpose and stuff. But I was like, every time I have to see somebody step into a room on a boat like this, like, what are we doing, guys? Like, have we not figured out how to seal a door that just opens from the bottom? Like, it was... Oh, no, don't...
What an asshole. Oh, you're a do it.
Yeah. I'm going to still serve it to them. I already came in.
Ass.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Boom.
I don't fucking think so, boys.
Nice.
Oh, man, he's good.
Yeah. Yeah. Calm down. I can kick your ass all day. That guy, that's another guy.
What did he say? Nobody can kick him off without the old man's signature?
Yeah.
And he does look like an old man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, nobody's talking about the captain, right?
Yes.
Right.
He sure is.
He sure is. Well, you said something like he's looking like an old man. I'm like, the old man is not here. Like,
and he is an old man, though.
Yes.
Even my captain, who is a female, is the old man.
Yeah, I get it. I get it now.
She hates that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's look at that sweet cut.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like you're still talking about like the old like pirate superstitions of having a woman on a boat. It's like, you can't be here. You can't be here. It's a curse to us all.
It is actually. Mm-hmm. Loose lips and ships. By the lips, they mean pussy lips.
Yeah. He has to shoot Steven Seagal in between his own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what he said. Like, that guy looks dumb enough for that to be what he thinks.
So, like, why does he not like him? Why does...
Well, they know who he is. And they're trying to secure that and to get them out of there.
Because he told the guy, he's like, we're locking him in the pantry.
Well, no, but originally the whole mess hall was supposed to be cleared
out
so that they wouldn't have to deal with them. Erica Eleniak,
what a beautiful creature, eh?
Yeah,
my God,
those eyebrows though. She's got.
I like them; they're real.
I was gonna say she's got Eugene Levy eyebrows.
Fucking right, she does.
So what's funny because she plays her character Jordan Tate. Is a playmate from July 1989, I think it was.
Was it 89?
Yeah, and well, this movie's 92.
Look at that young friggin' Tommy Lee Jones.
I know, eh? And she actually was Miss July 1989, like in Erica Laniak was. So she's playing the same playmate that she is in real life.
Tough stretch, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? But what's also funny is in Baywatch, there was another character whose name was Jordan Tate.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Who I have it here. Who was it? Tracy Bingham was Jordan Tate.
Oh, no shit. Woo! I haven't seen a woman in 4 days.
I was like, it must be really weird to be a woman in one of these scenarios. I was like, it's probably better now because, like, there are women in, like, you know, if you go to like an army base or something, there are a lot of female soldiers as well. But like this time, I was like, I feel like it's just surrounded by hundreds of anytime
that I have been on any boat, and no boat has been the exception. If you have women working on the crew, they are getting fucked by like 5 people apiece. Straight up, you can say whatever you want to say. It's the fucking absolute truth. I'm not positive about girls in the army. Never been in the army. They told me I was too gay. They're not allowed to ask anymore. But like, I'm like, thank God they can't. And I'm like, thank God.
Sometimes. So let's talk about Tommy for a minute because I mean, he wasn't new by any means, but he was like still not full on Tommy Lee Jones. He'd been in stuff, but he did his first thing he ever did was Love Story. He played like the roommate in Love Story. He was in a TV movie Gotham that has no relation to Batman. Right. He was in JFK, The Fugitive, Blown Away, Natural Born Killers, Cobb. He did 12 movies in between 91 and 95, including this one. And like a lot of bangers.
This is him starting to get right.
Early on. This was, I think it was after JFK, but before The Fugitive and Blown Away and everything else that I mentioned there. He was in Volcano, obviously Men in Black, Small Soldiers, Double Jeopardy, Space Cowboys, Captain America, The First Avengers, Lincoln, Jason Bourne. I didn't even mention like more than half. So like many. It's not even close.
You see Batman and Robin?
I didn't even say Batman Forever. Whatever. I didn't mention that one.
Nipple Man, Nipple Bat.
Yeah, no, he wasn't Nipple Bat. That was pre-Nipple Bat. Batman Forever was Val Kilmer. Nipple Bat was George Clooney.
Oh, right. Yeah. Right.
Hey, it's cold in here.
Oh my God. Look at where she's changing. Like, you think you could give her a room? Jesus Christ, she's going to change in the fucking...
He's like, you're going to have the captain's quarters. It's going to sound like there's a lot of cameras zooming in on you.
I wouldn't want to be there either, for Christ's sakes.
No.
All these fucking horny pieces of shit. Oh, yeah, take a couple of Quaaludes, babe. Take the pain away.
See, I feel like there was a point where they wanted Bruce Willis to be the bad guy.
And Bruno, you get a free performance from Bruno.
Yeah, and he was like, I'm only going to do this if... He's like, I'm only going to do this if you... Oh, so that's clearly not a chef. I've never noticed that before, but I figured that out in 2 seconds this time.
He wasn't cutting it too well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I love when they lock him in there. He's like he said that he hates authority and he hates America.
Yes.
It's like, well, that'll do it then.
Yeah. We should have nailed that down.
You'd be ripping bread, bud.
Yeah.
I can really. What the fuck?
Is that fresh baked bread? Are they doing fresh
Well, I
baked
think
bread?
so. Look pretty good. I mean, with the boat this big, guaranteed it's fresh bread.
Yeah. Nice.
Was that a giant onion ring floating in there?
I'm assuming it was a pineapple, but
Oh.
who's this guy? Tommy Lee Jones, man. There's some roles that Tommy Lee
Apparently
Jones
he's a real asshole too.
He's a
real
grumpy
curmudgeon. Yeah.
I think though that it's selective because there's other people who find him very pleasant. So I think that he's very because he has I've never heard any stories like on Men in Black where he was an asshole or anything like that. But
because they're being they keep the secrets.
Yeah.
Apparently they're all assholes though.
Yeah, everybody's an asshole.
Yeah. Like actors, like most of them are fucking right, except for Keanu Reeves. Like everybody's a fucking asshole.
There we go.
Totally.
Now this is the Gary Busey I'm used to. Oh my god, they were almost touching his dick.
What the fuck? They're like, what kind of a fucking party is this? That's what I'm talking about.
There's nowhere near enough gay stuff happening. There was a whole song about the Navy.
In the Navy.
Yeah.
Come on.
You can join your fellow man in the Navy where you can... I don't know the rest of the words.
In the Navy. Okay, no, it's... so your fellow man.
Yeah. I don't know.
In the Navy. Uh-oh. Jizz on my buns if you can. In the Navy.
Yes.
There's no other plan in the Navy.
Basically, every place where in the 70s gay sex was said to be rampant. The YMCA.
Oh my god, my mom told me this story the other day where apparently your mother would know. They would meet at the Fairview Mall, dudes, and have sex in the bathroom of the Fairview Mall.
Nice.
And my mom said that they would actually print the names in the newspaper. Oh, you can talk to your mom about the story. Don't forget. Yeah. But literally, and see if she remembers, they would literally put the names of the people that were busted.
Really?
And apparently, my mom remembers.
Oh, that guy's off beat.
So. My mom remembers my grandmother, looking at the paper one day and laughing her fucking guts out. And when my mother went over to see, it was their neighbor's husband. And I guess the lady was a real oh, my husband's the best and a real bitch. And then they saw this, right? Ask your mom about that though. And because somebody else mentioned it the other day too. And I was like, hey, my mom just said something about that.
Really?
See, now we live in a world where you can just have gay sex anywhere in the mall.
Yeah.
No one cares.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to go hide in the bathroom.
I usually do it while I'm shopping for a wallet at Bentley.
Exactly.
It's as good a place as any. What are you dressed as?
So you just throw him off first.
He looked like he was a low rent, Lloyd Bridges.
How many movies is Buddy there where he's watching a musical performance?
Who? Oh, Bernie Casey?
Yeah, he was in Nerds.
He's like, oh,
every
God,
fucking him right there, yeah.
And then he's also at the table judging the Bill and Ted.
All right.
Although technically not a musical performance.
Whatever, a performance. We'll just make it a performance
He's behind a table, adjudicating in some form.
Uh-oh. Well, there he is.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I think we hit the nail on the head with the Dustin Hoffman, Martin Sheen amalgam. He also kind of looks like he has the head of a Dick Tracy villain.
Oh, shit.
Ooh. Bam. This is the other reason they wanted the kitchen staff out, because their kitchen staff were all undercovers, shit. Right? What's going on? Oh, no. I would have just done it the second he heard the shot. Don't give him a chance to get in the door.
This is a good shot. You were 4 inches from the guy. Of course you got him.
Yeah. Also, they have silencers. He could have just killed him whenever.
Ooh.
Would he shoot him in the...
Is that a fucking joke, bud?
Yeah, it seemed like a...
I must be part of the celebration.
He's very calm about it. There's no reason to be hearing gunfire on a naval ship ever. One would assume that something really bad's going down.
Oh, the music is kicked in now, eh? Mm-hmm. The bad guy's plan it's almost Die Hard-ish.
Mm-hmm. Now, here's what I wonder, because, I mean, there's obviously so many different jobs in the military. And so, like, you know, the mess is obviously a place. How much, like, did they go through... They must have went through regular military training prior to being assigned to mess, right?
What do you mean?
Like the people who work like in the kitchen, right?
They would definitely have the training, at least, you know, gun training and escape training and fire training and all that stuff. But I don't know whether or not you would have to be in, like, on the field to then take a job like in the galley. I have no idea how it works there.
Well, see, that's what... that's what throws me off. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm using mess, just general kitchen, but it's galley.
The galley is where they make the food. The mess is where you eat it.
Thank you. This
was that?
I see your value now. What?
We just have to watch. Let's watch Das Boot. I'll blow your fucking mind.
U571. We're not getting into. I'm not listening in German.
Oh, fuck's sakes. They don't need any heroes. See, like someone your fucking hero?
Seems like a lot. Also, it's an all-metal place. You're worried if you miss, there's going to be a lot of ricochets that you don't want to deal with.
These dudes, I guess maybe on the boat, they're not allowed to carry guns. Like, they have to go get them from, like, the gun room or something. Because I'm surprised, like, in America, these guys just didn't pull guns out and blast them all at the end.
Well, because, I mean...
Somebody comes down and is like, hey, we just killed a bunch of guys. Where's the soup?
Well, I would say probably there's not a ton of guns on a boat, because the boat itself is the gun.
What if you jump over to the, you know,
that's like,
go on land and frumble?
But that's not really a thing. Like, those are like boats.
That's for somebody else to do.
Yeah, like back in the, like, you know, once upon a time, they'd have drop ships that would drop off the soldiers to actually go in, which would be, they would give Army or Marines a ride. And then other boats have the aircraft carriers.
A floating weapon, so I guess, right? Yeah.
So it's
I'm sure there are weapons, but you're right. Yeah, there's probably not a shit ton.
Yeah, well, because there has to be enough to be able to defend the ship from actually being taken. Although they did a shitty job here. Actually, it's really funny because when they talk about Seagal's backstory later, they said that he was like one of the only survivors of this airport thing in Panama. And I guess that's actually based on a real thing. When they invaded Panama, the Navy SEALs basically whined that they weren't getting enough action in the thing, because I guess Army Rangers, it's typically their job to go and take the airports in those kind of scenarios.
Right.
And they're like, we don't get to do anything. And they're like, okay, you can go take the airport. And then they fucked it up and almost everybody got killed or hurt.
Right.
So I was like, take that. It was like SEAL Team 4 or something. I don't know the whole story.
They should have made a prequel movie after this one about that.
Yes.
In a CG youngified Steven Seagal.
Oh my God. Have you seen him lately?
His jet
black hair. He weighs like 300 pounds. He's actually got 2 movies coming out. One is called The Tip of the Spear, which is gross. And then the other one, Above the Law 2.
Oh my God.
We're doing it, baby.
God. I wonder what he's pulling down for these movies, because he's got a shit ton on Tubi.
Yeah.
One of them, which I've seen an action scene from it, it is Steven Seagal, Mike Tyson, and somebody else, and Seagal fights Tyson, and it is so fucking dumb.
Oh my God.
Mike Tyson's like, you know, doing all these super like fast forwarded punches at him. He's just like, and I'm just like, oh my God in heaven.
Man.
The Aikido. I love that fact that you just said he's in the movie for 42 minutes.
Yeah. It's like literally, it's kind of like the thing that I'm ashamed that we did now, but it still was the right thing to do when we were doing improv, and we would like banish people who were like the people who didn't really improv right.
Right.
It's like, oh, we're in the store. No, we're not. We're this. Here's the ball. Like how perhaps.
Oh my God! Like when Michael Scott. I have a gun.
Yeah.
Get on the ground. And they're like, fuck, like every fucking time he pulls the gun out.
So it was like,
it like takes over the scene.
Yeah. And I feel like that's what they did to him in this. It's like, okay, we're going to lock you in a fridge for as long as humanly possible.
I remember the story too when he was on, because there was like a time period where Rob Schneider had to be the action sidekick for every single dude. Dude, you still have to see Knockoff. It is amazing. Knockoff? I forgot all about it. It is amazing.
Was Knockoff Stallone?
No, Knockoff is Van Damme and Rob Schneider.
Yeah.
And they literally filmed it in like Kowloon walled city.
Oh shit!
It's like it is an amazing movie.
Oh, okay. We're gonna check that.
Oh, it's I couldn't believe it, but I mean, like, it's so dumb, but the action is really good, actually.
Who else too?
Is this Keith Richards?
Yeah, he's got a little Keith Richards going on. But who else was involved? So Stallone did Judge Dredd with
Rob Schneider.
And then who else did Rob Schneider?
Okay, so he was Demolition Man Stallone.
Yeah. He was in that one he wasn't a sidekick, but he existed.
I'm trying to think, was he in any Schwarzenegger? He wasn't like an Erasure or like yeah, I'll just go do that, bud. Yeah, do you think something's going on here, man?
Yeah, no, I know.
I stick with Segal, bud. Once Segal left to go check it out, that just looks so rotten. It looks like they're eating so just cut off someone's face. It's raw. I'm an animal.
Why do you make the pain happen? That's from like Island of Dr. Moreau. What scanner are they using?
Boat scanner, bud. Come on.
Yeah.
Get on board here.
Mm-hmm. See, that was the thing too. My complaint about Battleship was why did it had to be this big alien thing? Why couldn't they have made it this is what the Battleship movie should have been. They were doing a war games thing, which was the reason they were actually out there, was all the different countries in the war games. Have some group of terrorists take over one of the boats, and it happens to be the most like the new prototype boat that's got all the crazy weapons and the whatever and stuff like that. And now they have to take on.
Right.
And I'm like, there you got something. Instead, they had an alien ships that shot out pegs that looked like the goddamn pegs from the game. The second I saw that,
and they have the spinny ball things that came out and ripped up the deck. You know what? I don't give a shit how crazy stupid I loved it.
Oh god!
Especially that absolutely accurate move they pull, where they do essentially like a Williamson turn is when you go like.
Yeah.
Like, you jerk the wheel this way, and then you just all of a sudden you just go all the way around. Yeah. So the boat goes, whoa.
Nice.
But then they did one, I think it was like, what did they do in the movie where they drop the anchor and then it like hits the end of the anchor and like they did some move with it? Yeah. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's not possible at all, but whatever.
And then they do the We Love the Troops blowjob at the end where all the old men end up being like the.
Well, because they had to use that old one because the old boat. Because I'm watching this movie again. Fuck it, I'm going for it.
I'm pretty sure if you do rewatch it, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure is the USS Missouri, the boat that they're supposed to be on right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, is it on one of these streaming things? Is it on like?
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to try and look it up.
Finally, he's putting like I feel like he's the kind of guy who's like cold wouldn't bother me. It wouldn't bother my character. I'm like, nah, it would. It's still cold.
Yeah, so so then if he's only in the movie for 40 minutes, and there's only 40 minutes at least of action then.
Yeah. Essentially.
With less.
Oh, definitely less.
You would think
so far half of his appearance has been him just whining about being in the fridge.
Oh fuck. I'd get in there with him, man. Fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die in this boat.
It's a little late now.
Oh fuck. Nice outfits, boys.
Get on your head. Yeah.
You guys with the band or
I watched a TikTok of this girl. She was from Scotland and she was visiting a Canadian Tire for the first time. And she was like, what is all this shit that you guys have? And she's like, what, you guys like? And then she saw like a full camouflage outfit. Also camouflage on a fucking boat. Great idea. But that's neither here nor there. They do that shit all the time.
Good point.
They do that shit all the time. But I just like, that drives me
nuts.
Good
point.
But she was sitting there and she's like, oh, what's the matter with you people? You like outside so much you have to dress up like the outside?
They're wrecking all that meat.
Bam.
Oh, great to the face.
Nice.
Boot.
I feel like he had that put in just for that scenario. Because what other point would that
if I get locked in the freezer and then I have to get, the bad guys come in, I need to get out somehow.
That's the thing about those fridges. Why do they have that locking mechanism? Like, what are they afraid is going to happen?
Most of the time you can open it from the inside. They have to lock it like he just did.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, I was like, because I'm like, nobody's putting padlocks through their fridges.
Yeah, well, some do. Don't you ever watch My 600-Pound Life?
That's fair. But you can unlock it from
I watched a woman eat through a lock, crying the whole time.
Oh, I didn't tell you. I may have told you. I don't know. I was on, you know how we interviewed Fearless Fred back in the day? I was on his radio show.
No way.
I basically, I did this on stream. I'll actually, let's see if I could play it.
He's just like, is he still as fearless as ever? Or he's only like somewhat fearless now.
No, he's very
somewhat fearless Fred.
I don't know if we can make it happen. Hold on.
What the fuck, man?
Just give me a
second. Watch a fucking movie here.
I know. I'll play for you after. I just wanted to see if I can find it. No, that's not the right thing.
Now everybody that we were watching the movie with has to do all the clicking you just did.
No, they don't, because we haven't stopped the movie.
Oh, boom. Going. Look at that. Steak knife to the throat.
But anyway, so he heard that The Rock was doing a movie based on a classic video game. And he was like, what does everybody think? And I responded to his tweet saying that he should be Pac-Man. And he's like, he plays a pill-addicted guy who's like working through this like labyrinth of like a rehab or something like that, chased by the 4 ghosts of his past and all this stuff. And then he texted me after like a couple of minutes. He's like, will you call the show and tell me exactly this? Like, yeah. So he called me and then I did it. So I recorded my bit on the radio.
When were you on there?
Well, that was a few days ago.
I love like just the body of Segal. Like the guy did not try anything.
No.
Like look at him in the shirt. Like now they're like ripped. Like at least Van Damme and Schwarzenegger and Stallone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna pay me all this money. Oh my god! I was just gonna drink fucking a thing of Drano with a fucking
he strikes me
scratch dish pad.
Yeah. He strikes me though as the kind of guy who would be like, this will get rid of COVID.
That's the Joe Rogan special.
Yeah, exactly. I know you're best friends with Vladimir Putin, and he's the only person who will like have you anymore. He's like, but you have a lot of good ideas.
Joe Rogan is such a fucking loser.
Oh God. Well, it's been coming out like all the other things because then people were like defending you shouldn't. And I agree to the sense of like, oh, we should like, because people are like, oh, they're trying to censor him. I agree that you shouldn't censor him. But at the same time, I don't think anybody's trying to censor him. I think they're saying we are choosing not to watch him. And we also think that like, if you guys have any sense, you should probably not watch him.
Yes.
Either. And
well, no, the idea is that because he has such a massive following, when he says dumb shit like this, people actually listen.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like the Darwin Awards are great, so go do whatever you want to. If you want to listen to a guy who's not a fucking doctor, talk doctor shit because you don't believe anything else.
Yeah, with people who are all disproven doctors. But like there was even a thing where it was him talking to Alex Jones, and he's like, "No, you fucked up on the Sandy Hook thing, but you have a lot of other good ideas, so they shouldn't be trying to censor you." No, that's not censorship. It's just you're fucking like you're nuts. Oh, that's very respectful.
Take his big old buttons there.
What if you just started like squeezing his butthole? What?
Or were those all separate?
What else?
Like all the little
medals? I think that the medals are pinned to one singular thing.
That's what it looked like. Or maybe like if you get them all, then they'll make you one.
Yes.
Like one with all of them attached. Like I'm tired of putting on 15 of these things a day.
Yeah, no, I think that it's one thing that all of the individual pins and stuff are put on. So then he takes that one thing off and they're all on that.
Right.
And then either that or that's sewn directly onto, I don't really know that.
Is this guy a rogue? Like he's coming back in, they forgot about this guy?
Yeah. Well, I think there was probably a distress signal or something that they're looking into. But
the moment this boat shot this fucking plane out of the sky, I'm pretty positive the American military would have sent a giant bomb right on top of that thing and just sank it.
I was gonna say, there would have been literally like bomber ships that were like completely out of range of this thing.
Now that just happened, they'd be like, okay, well, this is it, and then they're gonna be like, well, you better not blow us up because we got a bomb too. It's like, well, we're gonna blow you out of the ground before you even press the trigger on that thing. So,
well, we've got hostages. They're not interested. Bam, 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 bam.
And I would be surprised. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
but I would be surprised if they didn't have like a general override from somewhere higher up that could be like fucking way, like make it not even like you can't even fire it, or even if it fires it won't do anything.
It can't be boat now.
Yeah.
So this set was directly designed to look like Dr. Strangelove's war room. They did that on purpose.
Why?
I don't know. He just thought it would be funny. He was thinking about a war room, and it's just like, oh, it's Dr. Strangelove. That's where you see a room
it looks like it's a real. Got the maps, the table.
I don't like tables that are that big because, like, what's the whole point of the middle of that table? Like, nobody can.
They should have a giant dumbwaiter in the middle.
Yeah.
For passing notes.
Some kind of like a conveyor system that goes around.
Yep, exactly.
Or you just have a Filipino boy in the middle, like it's hollow in the middle,
and he just
runs back.
I like
and forth.
a Filipino boy idea much better.
He's just on a chair with casters, and he's just bouncing around. Oh, that looked like friggin' Mario Cuomo.
Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck.
I don't know. We'll have to check. Yes.
This is like such a fucking movie, eh? Like, holy fuck.
It is a movie.
It sure is.
I'll give you that. Let's see what else we can find about this while they're trying to talk about weirdness. Canceled. So this is one of the most interesting things I heard about this. So Andrew Davis, while they were shooting this movie, had already signed on to direct The Fugitive. Harrison Ford hadn't. Harrison Ford decided to do The Fugitive after he saw this movie.
Really?
So, and that's also where Tommy Lee Jones gets this job from too. So like this movie made The Fugitive essentially.
No shit.
It's not what it is if this movie doesn't come out. Uh-oh.
He's like, they're in the water, aren't they? Topsoil.
Yeah. This also had the distinction, I don't know how long this actually held, but this was the highest grossing movie to have not been pre-screened for critics.
Say it again?
It was the highest grossing movie to not be pre-screened for critics. So, because usually that's a death blow for a movie.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you're not going to, like,
it's so bad we don't want the critics to say anything. We would rather them say nothing than see this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, the Eternals should have done that. Although it still made a lot of money, so I guess not. I guess they don't matter.
What?
Oh, we have a cat visiting us. Hello.
Hello down there. I think it's acid in his bed. What was his reasoning? Really, it's just the money, right? He's like pretending he's like
I can't remember
political guy or whatever, but really it's. What were they pretending they were after? Oh, they wanted people let out of prison.
Yeah.
In Die Hard, right? They were like,
yes.
That was their fake, like.
Yeah. Yeah, they were acting like some kind of revolutionary kind of thing, but really. Oh, no, because I was going to say the second one was that. They were getting somebody out of prison. Right. But the first one, yeah, they had some kind of crazy demand just to kind of get everybody running some time. Around.
Yeah. So he used to be in the Navy or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Whoop.
Did you touch me or the cat? The time will tell. Looks like you have your finger in me. Like when my arm was down, it's like, oh my god.
No, sorry, I just get a little rigorous.
Did he ever look young? Who? I picture in Tommy Lee Jones. No. Like Love Story was 20 years before this, and I picture that he looked exactly the same.
Oh, absolutely. He came out looking just like that. Like when they show like baby Charles Bronson.
Oh god. Oh no!
Or The Simpsons. At least they didn't all get killed.
I like that he's essentially Steve Jobs.
Yes, he's the guy who looks at the monitors.
Yeah, but he just looks like Steve, like Steve Jobs post beard.
Oh, they just fired a missile, but at like Hawaii or something. Oh no!
Yeah, who gives a shit about Hawaii?
Come on, they love spam.
Yeah,
they're gonna sell spam when Hawaii's gone.
Maybe he's one of the little islands.
They're gonna get all their goddamn wrestlers from.
I never understand that when I see spam in the grocery stores here. I'm always like, wow, who's buying that?
Hawaii. I was going to say Australia. Hawaii.
No, I'm talking about our grocery stores. Hawaiians aren't coming to St. Catherine's grocery stores.
Oh, no, when they don't sell here, they ship them off the thing and they get them for a discount.
Yeah, I'm just like, because it's like, I always see it's always full.
I know lots of people who like it fried.
Yeah. That is a thing.
Yeah. Fryer out there, bad.
I can't, I don't mind salty. I don't mind salty, but I feel like that would be crazy salt.
That's crazy. Salty.
All right, we're building something. We got girders.
Here we go. But no, they're taking these out to do something here. Why are they taking this tram out?
That's my other thing. Everything's always so tightly packed.
Did they start stealing the nukes or something and put them in a different boat? Or
yeah, that's the plan, I think. Because I guess they were just about to decommission all the boat or all the nukes or something like that. If I were a bad guy, I'd always be looking through grates, assuming that somebody was...
my God.
Like, that's literally... It's like every single action movie, the guy's like directly underneath them.
Or above them.
Yes.
In the grate.
Yeah. Yeah, I would always be watching it. It's like, hey, there's a guy there, shoot him quickly. Like, that'd be an end to that. Also, I wouldn't walk on any grates if there's like areas to the side.
Who are you talking to? No one?
Yeah.
Captain Phillips.
Oh, they're doing what's the word I'm looking for?
SOS, bud.
Yeah, no, I know, but what's the Morse code?
Morse code.
Yeah. I kept wanting to say semaphore, and I know that's not correct.
They're doing, what they're trying to do is an old technique where they're actually speaking to the aquatic animals that are around the area, yes, hoping that they will team up,
yes,
and attack the boat, yeah, possibly freeing them.
They're calling out to both Aquaman and Namor, because they're like, we are not brand loyal to any comic. For
please save us. Yeah,
it's like somebody who, like, you know, prays to God and Allah in a situation that's like, I don't care who's gonna get me out of this, but somebody needs to.
This guy should have sat up.
This is a fucking...
He just like passed out, like, from all the excitement, or like he's like diabetic and had a bite of cake or something, and then I don't know. Is that how that works?
Yeah. So apparently,
here you go.
I'm not entirely certain if I believe it anymore, because this comes up a lot now. But they said that VHS copies of this had to keep being replaced at video stores because this scene.
Boom.
And I was like, I always... Like, she doesn't even open her eyes. Like, I feel like she's on meth.
Well, she just took like 5 pills before coming in there.
But she said she had a headache. And so, like, I think she was
like 12 Ravals.
Oh, that was the other thing, is she said she was seasick.
Oh, God.
So I think she...
He could have literally sat there and watched her for 20 more minutes before she opened her eyes.
Yeah.
And that so didn't look like a cake. Like, clearly somebody was jumping in or out of it.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that nobody thought was like, I picture one guy being, I want a cake.
Nobody's getting a slice of that. Oh, I wonder how much she would have gotten paid as a Playboy Playmate to go there and jump out of a cake.
Well, usually it's like USO, so there's probably not a lot of money involved. It's mostly volunteer based.
Do you think she's one of the terrorists? You will.
I would, I mean, do your due diligence. I mean, you were just locked in a fridge for a long time so they could take them out.
It's like, I don't know.
He looks like he's just full Vietnam now. I would be like a little, if I was, you know, he's a galleyman and he's got his dog tags. I'm like, those two things don't really jive. I know that technically they are like, you know, military, you know, personnel. But I was like, it's very weird because, like, what he dies in like a cooking accident and they pull off the dog tags to give to his wife.
And a free cooking accident. It happens all the time.
Well, they do throw the knives around. He's got that knife throwing thing. Somebody could be like behind and oh. It's not impossible. But
I loved when he whipped the knife. The guy, you know, he's gonna be like, oh, like the knife's in my neck, but he's like holding it there. Yeah. The guy, you know what I mean? You could clearly see him like. What are you talking about? The kind that the natives have
missiles, or hey,
they got 30. Oh, God. It's like, well, how can we combat them? Well, we do have a room full of tomahawks.
Yeah, I know.
From when the Indians play, the captain's a big Indians fan.
Yeah, I know we're all still cool racism, but it is 1992. I think we're still not okay with that.
Everybody smokes in the government room.
Oh, God. Most U.S. places would be a nightmare for me.
Oh, God. I'm a smoker, too, and I can't handle it.
I was going to say, so many smokers have the exact same vibe, too.
It's like, I go outside, you know. You're like chains. Oh, my God. That fucking dude, when I lived in Toronto, he would be outside hanging around.
Yeah.
And he was like his teeth, like when he would speak, you could literally see his teeth like wobbling in his mouth.
Oh.
And I told him all the time, I'm like, dude, your teeth are gonna have to get removed, like absolutely. Like there's no way in hell that they will. He's like, no. And then eventually, after I had moved, I came back and he was completely toothless. And I was so pissed off because I wanted to see every one of his teeth being ripped out. You know what I mean? Like I'd like zit videos, like you know, like I was totally into it. But this guy brought me into his house. The one day, I don't know why, I was like, I gotta see this fucking place.
Yeah.
And it was like you were inside of a melting orange candle. There was literally nothing in the house.
Yeah.
Like, I think there was like a stool. Literally. A stool sitting like in the corner. I didn't see a bed. I'm guessing it was, I don't know, somewhere.
Yeah.
Or not.
I'm guessing.
Because it was like a 1 bedroom. It's just the whole thing is right there. But literally, it was like, it looked like it was that thick of nicotine.
Oh, God.
Just on the walls. I mean, like I said, it looked like it was a melt. I was like, oh my God. Like they hollowed out a candle. And then you were transported into the middle of it.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh my. I was like, man, when you move out of here, they're going to have to burn this entire fucking building down and like rebuild it. I was like, Jesus God.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're going to kill you and they're going to rape her, then kill her.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably wouldn't even bother.
Give her a gun, man. Yeah. She's the playmate of the month. You know, she knows how to use a gun. Exactly. That's a key.
So she's got some stuff coming up too. She's been acting constantly.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for her.
She had like a 5-year chunk where she didn't do anything. I don't know if there's a reason for that or whatnot, but it's true.
Guaranteed she got married.
Yeah. And yeah, it's like married like some executive or something like that.
Like, you don't know wife of mine, again, baby.
But yeah, so I was going through her stuff. Her first acting role was a Star Wars Under Ruse commercial, and she was dressed like she had the C-3PO Under Ruse on, and I'm like, from the beginning of her life, basically there's no difference between this movie and that movie in terms of like showing off her body, except in that she was 6.
Nice. Under Ruse.
She was in E.T. and she's playing pretty girl. She was in The Blob. She was in Baywatch, obviously, was her big thing. She was in the Beverly Hillbillies movie as Ellie Mae Clampett.
Oh, yeah.
She was in Bordello of Blood, and she's upcoming in a movie called The Lollipop Gang, and she plays Marilyn Monroe in the movie called Marilyn Monroe Back. It's like I don't understand.
I think the girl that's playing Pam Anderson in that Pam and Tommy movie is just fucking beautiful,
Lily
man.
James, yeah.
Is that who that is? Jesus.
Did you see any of that?
No.
Have you seen Jason? Oh, so you don't know that Jason Mantzoukas voices the penis?
No, yes, you said that to me. I was like, that's so hilarious.
Well, I legitimately thought it was a joke because they, like at the end of How Did This Get Made? They're always like, who did, or they're like, you know, who's got like things to plug or whatever. And then he goes, well, I'm voicing Tommy Lee's penis in this thing. And I was like, oh, funny joke. Then they mentioned it again. I'm like, what? And then he went into like
for real
large detail. Cause I guess in Tommy Lee's book where most of this information comes from, not Tommy Lee Jones, Tommy Lee, a lot of that, he has like a full-on conversation with his dick to let his dick know that he's in love with Pam and that he doesn't want to be like fucking other people, and so he's like has this back and forth, and apparently like you see his dick like look at him, and like his penis hole is the mouth. It's a lot,
dude. That's almost my idea for the movie called Cock Rocker.
Yes,
where the guy wakes up and his penis is alive.
Yeah,
and so when he goes on stage,
yeah.
It's sort of like Quato, where he just stands there and then whips his pants down, and then the penis does all the singing.
I'm not.
But then his penis gets addicted to cocaine and drugs and the lifestyle, and where that goes.
Yeah. And then you do a Minecraft version of it called Cock Blocker, because you couldn't get Lego to sign on.
Minecraft. What about not Lego? There's the other one. Whatever blocks.
Playmobil?
No, yeah, Playmobil will do it. Fucking right. They'll get in on that.
Who's that girl? I feel like that girl who was there, the female officer, is just as important, and they make her sit behind them just because.
She's a woman.
They're like, sorry, there's not enough room. He's like, if everybody like moved like an inch over, there'd be tons of room for me. And just like, nope, sorry, can't do it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, if our elbows touch, people will think we're gay.
Well, these guys don't seem to care.
No.
Oh, yeah. Sure you will. Send it in the SEAL team.
Yeah, we were going to drop this thing, but there's a Playmate on there. We can't have that. Nice.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, yes, they're going to be stealing nuclear bombs. That's what they're doing. This league, somebody get that roast beef out of here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, throw that thing off the boat.
The cook's a SEAL? Well, wasn't there Under Siege 2?
Yeah, they were on the train. Also,
was it Segal?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Then the two trains smash into each other in the end.
Spoiler alert. Jesus.
Fucking A. Was he a cook on the train then?
Yeah.
Was he? Go on.
Sorry. Yeah.
Or was he just on the train?
Hate to burst your bubble, but no, he was a cook on the train.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I think he was. I feel like Colm Meaney, you could buy that he's going to beat the shit out of somebody. I feel like he's got big meaty fists. That just
Meaney, of course he does.
Yeah. Well, I think because
fighting his dad when he was 5.
I think he was in Layer Cake doing that. I think he was like the muscle, like in that one. Look at that's a lot of warheads for this place. I like.
She looks good in the gear.
I like he gave her a backwards hat. Where's this backwards hat?
How old was she in this movie?
I don't know. She was probably in her mid-20s.
Looks like a little boy in that goddamn.
Yeah, because let's assume she was probably around like 22 when she was a playmate,
right?
And then so that's just 3 years later.
Damn seal.
I wish it would be hilarious where it's like if he's a goddamn seal and everybody else is going like, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? And they're like, he's a seal. It's like, what's he gonna do? Balance a ball on his nose? It's like, no, a Navy SEAL. They put seals in the Navy for what? Put a ball on their and
then someone shoots him.
They couldn't wrap their heads around. And then at some point somebody opens up a door.
Why did they call them SEALs?
The SEAL, the SEAL stands for something.
Oh, it's an acronym.
Yeah. I could have used the word acronym and made myself sound more intelligent.
That's like the only word I know.
These stand for something. I did good with letters and numbers works.
It's a puzzle. You know, it's all, like Erica Laniak just outacts the shit out of fucking. Erica Laniak's fucking flying around boobs when she fucking came out of the cake acted better than Steven Seagal.
I know. Hey, you got the thing with soda. What? How is that?
How did we ever believe this man was a real, he just kung fu fucking Batman,
he just
Adam West, kapowed him to the neck.
He just hockey-talkie chopped him.
Hockey-talkie chopped him.
I don't even know what that's from, but that was something I heard a lot. It was the 80s. It was totally fine.
Chopped his ass.
I was actually blown away. There's an episode of Superstore that we were watching. It was an older one, and America Ferrera was talking about somebody kind of utilizing the stereotypes of her race to sell out.
Right.
And she's you're sitting there because she was the one Latina woman had a sombrero on, and she's like, oh, this salsa is so good, and stuff like that. And it's and she's like, you're selling out. She's like, it's not like if you saw an Asian person here, they'd be going, oh, thank you, oh, ching chong, and he was doing that. And then the Asian, right when they said everything else was bad, and then she said the ching chong, and I was like, oh, I just didn't feel good. God, get better headsets, guys.
They should have had a bad chick in the movie for Erica Laniak to fight. Mm-hmm. She could have been the Jack Burton where she just kind of fall. She should get some action too, but it's just
I feel like this definitely, there should have been some of the performers or something like that, because I was this is definitely a boys club version of the Navy. I don't even think this was we let women on board kind of thing.
Oh my God, exactly.
Unless they're shaking their
unless
tits
it's Cher.
Yeah. Well,
or Erica Laniak.
Well, because she's a master of time though. She can turn back time.
She can turn back time.
Yeah.
So after the crew of that boat gang rapes her, she will turn back time and exact her revenge on them.
That would have been an amazing twist to them. That video should have had a lot of it where she was actually working out the math into how to turn back time. Because it's if I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
Right.
So she's sitting there, she's got one of those clear whiteboard things, and she's writing
and there's the strings going to, there's a clock thing up here, and there's a string going to a face.
Did you see the promo for the Super Bowl halftime show? That will have happened by the time we saw this. But there's a bit where it's all of the rappers coming together for the thing, and it goes down into this basement, and it's Eminem, and he's got almost like the Minority Report wall. Yes. He's taking words and putting together his rhymes. But then you look across, and Slim Shady is doing it at the same time. So they're both putting together their rhymes and stuff. It was really cool.
Slim Shady. We should have found out. There should have been a scene in this movie where Segal is about to be murdered. Mm-hmm. and Erica Laniak does a sweet kick or does a huge move to the guy, and then we find out that she is also a Navy SEAL, an ex-Navy SEAL.
No, she's actually just a SEAL. She like zips down.
I like her boy haircut though.
Yeah. Well, I think that he has a thing for it too. I have a feeling that was his idea, and because he also put her in the backwards boy cap, and he's like, you look like a 12-year-old boy. And
he's like, cover those boobs up.
See, she was sitting like a foot behind them, and they were like blocking her.
She moved up. She's like, fuck you boys, man. This ain't no boys club now. I'm coming in. What did he say?
Okay, so basically he said he punched out his SO, but the captain liked him, so he took him on as the cook so he could finish out his time without being discharged.
Dishonorable discharge.
Nice.
Who was the bad guy in part 2?
I think the train. No, it was conductor versus conductor, but Thomas the Tank Engine style.
Oh, yeah, he's ruthless.
George Carlin was the good guy conductor, and Ringo Starr was the bad guy conductor. I still can't believe that was the replacement. So George Carlin was the conductor in Thomas the Tank Engine.
Was it Ringo Starr?
Ringo Starr was afterwards. After George Carlin died, Ringo took over. And I'm like, that seems weird to me. That doesn't seem like something a Beatle would do. Like, it's like, when you convince them to do something, it's either for something they absolutely love or something that's a ton of money, and I can't imagine that was either.
Is there any fucking action in this fucking movie or what?
Oh, they shot a plane earlier. That's pretty good.
Jesus Christ.
She's wearing a backwards hat.
I mean, like, we saw her guns, so like that kills a little time. You know the rules, either action or nudity.
I feel like what you have in your brain is this like countdown timer that's going across, like it's just going across the top of the screen, and it's going down, and then like it's kind of like in a video game where you get power-ups, and then like the time goes back up, and then it starts to go down again, and then it just goes, and then eventually it gets into the red, and it's like the music speeds up, and then once it's done, you're like, fuck this fucking movie, and it doesn't matter what happens after that, it is lost.
That's it. Exactly. Yep.
It's like, really? But like 16 naked ninjas came out and they all exploded after having the best martial arts fight in the world. It's like, no, you lost.
Too late.
If you did that 5 minutes ago, we'd be talking.
Pacing's all wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I was getting Home Alone on this motherfucker.
That's my favorite thing. There's not
enough.
Pour
a little bit in there.
I really wish. Why do you
need thinner paint? Is it too fat?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with paint?
Yeah.
Like paint shaming.
Yeah, exactly. Big old, that was, McDonald's used to sell paint.
Paint chips.
Big old fat paint. It only came in their colors. It was the red, the yellow, and then Grimace brown for burgers. Yes, Grimace purple. I'm kind of now surprised, now that we're actually talking this out, that's not a thing. Disney did it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, that was in the preview, obviously, because there's only like two fucking explosions that happen. Like, goddamn thing.
If you're going to spend money on something.
Die Hard. Oh, fuck, it's going over.
This movie, and this one costs some money, too. This movie cost $35 million to make.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Stop crying, Erica Laniak.
I know, right? It actually was number one for a while. It made $156.6 million worldwide. Not too shabby. It was number one week one against Last of the Mohicans, The Mighty Ducks, Candyman, Consenting Adults, Mr. Baseball, Hero, Sneakers, and there were a couple other ones in there.
Ooh, Sneakers. Oh,
stayed number one in week two when Dr. Giggles and Reservoir Dogs came out. Reservoir Dogs was in 10 theaters. That was limited release.
Dr. fucking Giggles.
Stayed number one in week four when Passengers 57 came out. Oh, wait, no.
Always bet on black.
No, it stayed number one until week four. Or when Passenger 57 came out.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. Jennifer 8 came out that same week. Then it went down to number 4 when Bram Stoker's Dracula came out. Dropped down to number 6 when Home Alone 2 and Malcolm X came out. And then dropped down to number 8 when The Bodyguard came out.
Hey!
What?
I think that one dude is... Oh, I thought that was Kane Hodder for a minute.
Oh. No.
Those four guys just before they got shot had a lot of screen time, actually.
Kane Hodder would not be in this because there's no scenario where he's letting a person bigger than him be in the movie.
Oh, Segal.
Yeah. You notice, he always fights. Like, he fights he'll fight 30 dudes, but he won't fight one person bigger than him.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's never had. He's never fucking had, like, you know, that big guy that really takes him to the limit or anything.
Why did that grenade go off immediately when like, that's not how grenades work. This guy's a pain.
Sped it up.
This guy's a pain in the ass. I feel like when your mission is to, like, take this boat and do all that, this is more than a pain in the ass. Yeah. This is like my worst nightmare. It's like, oh, we're going to be executed for treason for this.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Why? Can you use a knife to touch screen?
Oh, absolutely.
That knife you can.
That's how I turn the channel.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, I'm trying to drown him out. They're already taking me. I don't care.
I feel like it fills up with so much water that the boat like goes into a wheelie form, and then that's the rest of the time is they're fighting on like an angle the whole time, and that's somehow the action. Tommy Lee Jones is really good in this.
I know, he's fucking awesome at everything, though, right? He's fucking Tommy Lee Jones, for fuck's sakes.
Like,
was he in No Country for Old Men?
Yes.
I want to watch that movie again.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Call it Friendo. It's one of those ones,
the ending was weird.
There's a slowness to those movies that I cannot, like, I can't watch them more than once.
Like, rewatch them,
it's right? Like, I can watch them. I can very much enjoy them for what they are and their overall quality and storytelling and all that kind of stuff. But then afterwards, I'm like, okay, I can't do that again. I got what I needed to get out of it, and I'm done.
Fuck, you gotta watch Head of the Family, bro. That was a winner.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that.
What a movie.
Did he have those?
Oh, yeah.
Where did he have this stuff that it was just handy? It's like, it's a good thing we always keep a torch and goggles next to.
Or whatever. Fucking, like, that's the one thing that got me about Tony Stark's. He was not welder safety friendly.
No.
He's like,
yeah.
How's that look? Pretty good. Yeah. And I'm like, what are you doing, Tony Stark? Like, what the fuck? Oh, now he's got some guys.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the guy? Oh, no, I thought he was the guy from, like, they look like two of the people from Batteries Not Included, but they're not.
I know exactly what you're right. Well, because he was the dude he was in The Wizard as well.
Yeah.
Spanky.
Spanky.
I feel like that guy played Spanky.
Who's your favorite little rascal?
His name was always Spanky.
Just hide her somewhere.
Nice. You took it. Yeah, no, I'm.
He looks like that guy, the young guy that quit the play and waiting for Guffman.
Yeah. I was gonna say he has a Scott Wolf feel, but I'm positive that that's the guy who plays.
Oh, here's Buddy.
Johnny Cage.
Here's their tech guy. What?
He feels like, you know who else he reminds me of? He reminds me of Ed Harris in The Truman Show.
Right.
He's got that.
We didn't have Buddy. Well, the one guy from Die Hard. You know, the dude that's in like every stunt, the stunt guy, the Asian dude with the big mustache.
Yeah.
We need him in here.
Captain Crow. That's a good.
Isn't he funny. We'll see him again here. Now, where is he?
Yeah.
No, not those two. No, not that Hatch.
Well, I like
him, isn't he?
Oh.
The Mexican guy,
yes.
the Spanish guy.
Yes.
Wasn't he in a movie where he was like, he was in prison and he's like fucking ripped and he's like, you ever had your shit pushed in? Isn't that him? What movie is that? He's all tattooed up and he's like, you ever had your shit? And he's like,
I don't remember.
But I'm sure that was him.
But that was like when he played Tuco Salamanca in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. That was his overall vibe.
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't.
Was he pretty jacked in those?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So that is him then.
Yeah. Yeah. He looks totally dead. Like he gets
jacked out after this.
He looks like a little boy in these ones, and then afterwards he's
like, I am.
Oh God.
Would you read that off the brochure? You fucking goof. Yeah. If I would have shot him right there, like, fuck you.
Here, let's end this asshole.
Fucking Navy's a goddamn.
He's like, if we surrender, they'll let us off the boat.
I'm not listening to the cook. They just put Erica Laniak in the front, man. They'll just shoot her titties and they won't even do anything because they're so fake.
Yeah. They all just ricochet off. Or
they'll just kind of absorb in, like when you punch the blob.
Yeah, they all go in, and then she gives them one squeeze, and they all go. They
and that's when
which
we
is
find out
ironic because she was in the Blob as a child.
There you go. See. Oh. Okay, so now that the action has started, it hasn't really. It's going to be this to the end now, right?
Yeah,
that's what they did. Yeah.
I don't like that he's using machine guns, though. I don't like when the martial
kicking the
when the martial arts guys. Like what should be happening is those other guys are all machine gunning and he's like weaving through and like thinning out the herd. He goes
into the slow mo and he's just pushing the bullets aside.
Yeah,
they're hitting all of his friends behind him.
Mm-hmm. God, it just made me think of the Glimmer Man again and poor Brian Cox. Every now and again, Brian Cox will do something like that. He'll just say yes to something he knows he shouldn't have said yes to, and then.
It was weird when I watched that Chuck Norris movie with seeing Chuck Norris shoot a gun. I was like, I was like, look at him shooting.
He did a lot in like Braddock and stuff like that. He was all about the guns.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they were even like on the poster with him. Oh no.
Chuck Norris co-starring a gun.
I think Braddock, that's what it is. Mystery Missing in Action 2. It's like it says above the title, it's Chuck Norris gun.
I think gun was top billing. It was Gun featuring Chuck Norris.
And then underneath Sidney Poitier, what?
Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Oh. Boom.
I love the big, like when I see these big ships and you see the giant anchors and stuff, I just find that so like immensely impressive.
In the room.
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it here. The windlass room.
Yeah.
Is where the spool of chain.
Yeah.
Fucking comes off or comes in, and it is the most ungodly fucking noise, dude. When they let that chain go like that.
Yeah, I imagine that would be something.
Holy shit, like. And then they're like, what are they at? And they're trying to, like, they're fucking yelling at you at the radio because you can't hear them because, like, you have earphones in because it's so fucking loud, like the chain.
Yeah.
And then when it goes because of all the mud that's on it, the whole room is like you're in a building that just fell over. You know what I mean? God. And there's just, like, shit in the air, and you're like, blah.
How does that recoil? Like, is that, like, because I'm like, I feel like it's too heavy for people to be managing that.
Oh, it's so, no, you don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking, there's a wheel.
Oh, it's
first
a spool
you take the safeties off. Blah, blah, blah. Then you take the brake off. And then when you take the brake off, it just like if you have it, the whole chain will just.
Yeah. You know what? It's like every time we've done a movie with a boat, the information you've provided with boats, like, has been so goddamn helpful. Like, it's just like it gives me a context to the scenario.
Oh, you can see you can see sparks flying too. I'm like, holy fuck. Oh yeah, you got.
Because I was like, one of those chain links has to weigh like 400 pounds.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude! Like, holy shit! Like,
that's bananas.
It's to stop a boat, right? Like fast. So like, shit, man.
That is the most common sense way to put it. It is to stop a boat. Yep. I feel like.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I got the old double whammy.
I feel like Again, you're in a fully metal air. Like, this is
you only need to shoot once, just at the right spot.
Yeah.
Kill every guy.
Yeah.
Ricochets.
I feel like if you, like, shot up on an angle, it would tear through those people like Darth Vader in Rogue One. Like, it would just like, wipe everybody out.
Oh, fuck.
I said hug the wall, not put your ass against the wall. What kind of hugging
doesn't take direction very exactly.
Well, this is how I had to hug my dad.
Oh my God, I think that was the same guy.
Probably. Well, it was like when we did Marked for Death, which was our first. That's actually a big gap. The only Steven Seagal movie we did was the first movie we did on this show.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Marked for Death?
Marked for Death was the first movie we did.
No shit.
That was the one that made me come up with the whole idea when I pitched it to you.
Right.
I was watching that at home.
Uh-oh, the thing's hanging right up there pretty precariously. It looks like it could be used as a weapon.
Yeah.
Guy's standing right. He's like, I want you to stand right under. Oh! That was a good one.
That was
Who's really
good.
picked it up? What the hell? Oh!
That was the worst punch I've ever seen in my life. And I understand they're not to be punched in the face, but good God.
Oh, that's the one story that friggin'... that blade must be unbelievably ridiculous to cut through that metal, like... Rob Schneider had told that story where whatever movie they were working on, the two of them, and he, like, walked up to...
Double armpit stab.
Oh, now we're getting the real Segal action here now, but anyways, he said that he was talking to Segal and asked him like, "Hey, is that stuff you do real?"
Yeah.
And then he like,
oh, that was good.
And then he punches Rob Schneider in like the gut.
Yeah.
And he said that he went flying up against the wall and he was like fucking totally took the wind out of him. And he was like, "What the fuck?" And then Segal just like walked away.
Yeah,
I was like, the moment he turned his back on me, I would have picked up the heaviest fucking thing in the room and smashed it over his goddamn head.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're the star of this movie. Go fuck yourself.
You a question, dickhead.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck
I was in Three Ninjas. I don't have to put up with this shit.
Exactly.
Oh, no, Surf Ninjas, not
Surf Ninjas. Whatever.
I'm
Surf Ninjas fight the Three Ninjas.
Tum-Tum.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Khomeini's made it pretty far in this movie.
Yeah, I know. He's still fantastic. He's usually either the person to look like an asshole at the end or the last bad guy to die.
Yeah, second last.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean, like the last one before the boss.
He's been in so much shit too.
Yeah,
remember we watched that god awful Con Air? He's in that.
Yeah,
like everything going happens to his car.
God awful.
I just what do you mean? I just said it.
I'm at a loss.
The whole movie was so stupid.
Just because the premise and the acting and the writing and most of the stunts were ridiculous. What are we talking about here? Like, Jesus.
He just said it's over. He's just, it's like Jesus just slapped him.
The fact that there hasn't been several more Con Airs is upsetting to me.
Scene where like Malkovich goes through like the mouse trap and then like the thing lands on his head. I'm like, oh my god!
Yeah.
Like,
well, there's only one way to kill John Malkovich in a movie, and that's elaborately.
I forgot about this part. Yeah, the sub comes up.
Yeah,
I go for a sub. I didn't really eat a lot today. I was like, my stomach was all messed up.
I didn't. I woke up.
You did not eat a lot?
I woke up late. And then I had like eggs.
Eggs erroneous.
Yeah, and then I didn't eat again till supper.
What was for supper?
Eggs. No, I had chicken parm today.
Eggs. Oh,
I went to my mom's house.
Is that weird for dinner?
Yeah, exactly.
Your mother made the chicken parm.
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, I make good chicken parm.
Sure
Were you shitting all over my stuff?
Yes.
Oh, your mother made it. Okay, good. Then you didn't puke all over the fucking place. Like,
yeah, you got it. You understood.
Yeah.
You understood the tone.
God damn. I don't need any of this.
Oh, fuck.
Insult the best movie ever made, then insult
your
my chicken parm
skills. Your chicken parm was fucking good.
Next thing
fuck, nobody makes it like that, eh? Like anywhere, man.
You don't make them like this anymore, baby. Hey.
Well, you don't need me anymore. So, yeah.
No, I'm only allowed to do it when I talk about chicken parm.
Fuck, I don't want chicken parm.
Sorry, I'm out.
It's like, well, man, you should see it when they fucking make these, like you or your mother. It's like, okay, you have like the plate.
Yeah.
And then there's like you know, like the chicken.
Yeah.
And then there's like half the plate has got some pasta on it.
Yeah.
And you get to the end of the chicken piece, where you're expecting the chicken to be done and the pasta to be starting, and it's like the pasta's on top of the piece of fucking chicken.
There's bonus.
It's like the whole fucking plate is a piece of chicken with half of it. I was like, holy fuck, this is amazing.
We pounded out like a schnitzel, right? So it's really large.
Fucking schnitzel.
That's my favorite thing. You go to like one of those, like you watch like the Carnival Eats or whatever, and they're like, we're at the schnitzel place, and they have like it's like a slider bun with a friggin'
the piece of chicken's like way out.
It's a piece of schnitzel that's the size of a truck tire. And then it shows the machine that they use to do it. It's basically like it's got like these little blade, like these little like hole pokey things, and then it's also like a crusher, and it like puts it out, and all of a sudden like a piece of chicken that was like 4 ounces is now like 11 inches wide.
I love that.
Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at it.
Fucking right.
It's a lot of work going on.
Did they not notice the sub? Oh, no, they want the sub.
Yes.
They're with them.
Yeah, this is not a...
They're transferring the bombs to... Like, look at him. Like, he's got no, like... He's got a fucking dad bod.
He does. You're 100% right.
I'm like, this is a fucking action movie.
Why did he just put that bomb over top of the boiling water? He's like,
I'm not saying like me, but I mean, like, I'm telling you right now, if they were like, you're going to be in an action movie, you know I'd be fucking putting some work in.
Oh, God, yeah. I would have, I'd be doing like friggin' Hemsworth, man. I'd be smacking the tire with a hammer and all that kind of shit.
Extra small.
Here's the question. Why are there condoms on the ship with no women?
Come on now. Lonely Nights at Sea, bad.
I know. But
you know, you tell the people off the boat, you tell the people off the boat that sometimes you just don't want to clean up after yourself. So you blow it in a condom and then, throw it out to sea.
Yeah.
Like a genie in a bottle, baby.
And then sometimes to really insult our enemies, we tape all our condoms to the torpedo before we send it off.
Suck this.
So then if the bomb doesn't go off, they get covered in our semen.
Yep.
That's why they call them semen.
Yeah, I knew that's right. Right when you said semen, I was like, oh.
Guys, I might be the smartest person who ever lived. I actually think
he's pulling a reverse Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. I'm hearing myself talk during this episode, and I think this is probably the dumbest I've ever been in an episode.
I've heard dumber.
Love it.
How are they? I love how they have not sent another Navy ship in. They've sent 2 helicopters and they got blown up, and now they're like, well, yeah. I better just let them have it.
That plane came in and they got shot down, and they're like, we haven't heard back from the plane. Oh, everything must be fine then. He would have told us if something was wrong.
Oh, fuck.
Call me in a nice suit.
With an Uzi. Don't want to get your gun wet, bud.
What?
This is Russian.
Did he pull that out of his penis?
How did he see that?
Oh, well, he's up on
did he see them over there? Pow. Oh, why am I standing here?
Shoot holes in the boat. Oh, that's...
So Tony Todd?
No. It was like Tony Todd doesn't get it.
It's a bomb. It's a note.
Yeah. He wrote a little bit on his frogman suit. I like that he picked it up. Oh, he got sliced. Good
there. They got him.
I like that that's his celebration. We got him. No, that's a piece of a wetsuit. Oof.
We had to get out of there pretty fast, man. That one went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot wildly at the water, idiots.
No bombs in this movie have a delay. They're all 100% instant.
Oh, now he's going.
This would be stressful.
For everyone involved.
There's a lot of them, and they're very unhappy about this.
You never want to be like with the bad. I mean, the bad guys probably pay better, but at any minute you could just be killed by your boss in like a boss man fit.
Wouldn't you just like one movie to be a little bit more realistic? It's like there's 75 of us, and there's one of you. He gets through a few people, and then he just gets rid of
and then they're just like, forget you, buddy. Like,
I like that
she just got saved by Erica Laniak. I'm also a Navy SEAL.
Nothing I hate more, too. She goes from being, like, totally terrified to being like, let's blow this pop stand. Like.
Well, you have to, okay? She's in a situation.
Yeah, it's fight or flight.
Because I was just going to say that.
I get it.
Help America Laniak.
It'd be the best. You know what else
Boss
I'd like to see?
Coming out and check it out now.
Yeah. You know what else I'd like to see in a movie like this? One person crying from their pain. Like, it'd be great if you went to pick her up. It hurts so much.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you took him. Now's the time to strike by him, but the man's out of the tower.
How mad do you think that guy was that he wasn't made an American Gladiator? Look at him. He's got the look to be one. Like, he should have been Atlas. That other Atlas was bullshit.
Outstanding. You're still looking. Keep looking, boys.
So many bad guys in jeans. I'm weirded out by that in this one.
What?
There's so many bad guys wearing jeans. I just noticed that. All of a sudden, there was like, Tommy Lee Jones was in jeans. Those other 2 guys were in jeans. So I'm like, why? Usually everybody's in suits or in some form of uniform.
There you go, bud. Tell him to go fuck himself in whatever language you speak.
Sew me up.
Erica Laniak just rubs her boobs over the wound and it instantaneously heals.
Oh, 100%. The one big thing was this was like the first movie that Segal didn't have his trademark ponytail in because Navy regulations would say that their haircuts couldn't be more than 4 inches.
Right.
So he couldn't have it, so he had to cut it off.
That's a real actor.
Yeah.
That's like method acting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Christian Bale, you can lose and gain as much weight as you want. Did you lose a ponytail in the process?
It's like who he is.
I feel like growing a ponytail would be more of a sacrifice.
Oh, God.
He's been doing a pretty good job.
See? This is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
moment he turns away, I shoot him. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
Done. We're all bad guys here.
They never give the nerd. Yeah, exactly. I'm taking this shit over.
Oh, here come the survivors. What the hell?
I always love the old man sailor. The old man sailor. He's like gasping for air because they had to go up like 11 stairs.
It's like Eddie. Like, that's a real sailor right there, bud. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's like, It's like, I outrank all these people, so I don't have to do stairs.
There's this one dude on a boat, and the funny thing too is like you go to a physical. Yeah. You have to get like a physical, but it's like a fucking joke. Like the guy's like, you like crawl in, like you were just hit by a car, and your like hips have been crushed, and you like crawl in, and he's like, you got your $90? Like, yep. And he's like, you're fit for service.
Oh fuck.
Or this dude was like 400 and something pounds. Man. He was the tunnelman. So your job is to go way the fuck down at like the bottom of the boat. Yeah. Where the belt is, the cargo belt. And that's your job, is to make sure when the belt is running that nothing goes wrong. And then you clean it and the area, you know, all this stuff, maintain the belt. Yeah. And all this. And he was so fucking big that he would get at breakfast time, they would pack him up a lunch and everything. And he would go down the stairs and he would shit down there. And everything, because he was too big to go up and down the stairs all day long.
Why couldn't he ride the belt?
Well, yeah, fucking right.
Up I go.
He probably lose some weight too, because the belt ripped him to pieces.
Oh, come on. Why does everything have to be such a danger to you?
What are these like cheese logs?
I was just going to say.
Brie?
I was just
get that brie over there.
He doesn't know any hand signals. He's just going like,
The cheese is explosive. They're using the cheese funk.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be the best one, slammed against the submarine and it just like exploded. Somebody took it, tasted it. Gruyere. I don't even know his name in this one. I just want to call him Casey Ryback.
Who, Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah, no. Oh, he is. I think he is Casey Ryback in this one. I know he's Casey Ryback in one of them.
Yeah, idiot. Yeah. Stupid bitch.
It was a fair enough question. Like,
I know, exactly. Like,
don't talk to her like you're like. Although
like,
he did talk he didn't talk to her like she was a total dummy.
Exactly. He was just telling her, yeah.
He's like so all in all.
He's like, no, it just does this. Okay, boom, right?
Yeah. That'd be the best. I don't have time for fucking retarded questions. Yeah.
Are they all in the sub now? Just not. Where'd all the bad guys go?
They still have a group up here, but like the guys who have the nukes, they like there's basically in two groups now. The group who still holds the boat, and then the group who has the nukes. I don't know what those guys are gonna do when it's all said and done. What are they gonna do? Like take this thing to like friggin' Portugal and get off?
Yeah, Russia, wherever.
Yeah. Woo!
Oh, that would rock your balls.
Yeah, he'd have an inner ear thing for the remainder of his life.
He would be totally deaf, probably. Probably explode your eardrums like, holy fuck.
Like, puke would just be flying out of him just from the, like...
Puke could be flying out of your butthole.
The dizziness and stuff from the...
Skadoodle. What are those, like the packing for the bomb? Like,
yeah, he said there was something starbursts or something. I guess they just burn up in the sky. They're probably like flares. That would be my guess.
It looked like it was helping the bomb. Like you need some padding in there, like the wick or something, right? To make it boom. Like,
yeah, it could be.
I would not want to be on a submarine.
No,
I do not like the idea of it. I don't think I'm not really a claustrophobic person, but I think maybe if you're trapped on this thing, I would be.
Yeah,
like stuck on this fucking thing.
Yeah,
fuck.
I just like it's very tight. It's very tight quarters. I can't not from a like claustrophobia standpoint, but just from a comfort standpoint.
Even on my boat, it's like two. It's like the most ridiculously tiny room, and you're on a bunk bed. Whoa!
Yeah,
is that the sub?
No. I don't know. I can't tell. It's too busy exploding. Oh yeah, I guess it was the.
There goes
See, like,
he's like rubbing her ears.
Why do they always have to like be the love interest? Why can't it just be, hey, this is a girl who I managed to keep? Like, it's not like they've had time to fall in love over this because they make it.
There should have been a love scene.
Yeah,
where they just pull over and.
He just gave up on me. He just no-sold his own ear problem. Like, his ears should be...
No-sold his own ear problem.
He should be, like, gushing blood out of his
I'm trying to think of the one movie, like the movie, like some of the movies, trying to think of a movie where there is no love interest and it actually makes sense. Where there's like, there is no time for us to be falling in love here. We're getting the fuck out of a place. Yeah. Trying to think. Okay, well, Daylight. I just watched Daylight on Netflix.
Oh, I love Daylight.
The movie's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And they're not love interests at all.
No, that's true.
Like, they're just getting out of a situation. Yeah. Oh, no, you know what? I think they do turn in the end, though.
Of course they fucking do. They always do.
I think she's like, no, maybe not. No, I think they pop up in the water and that's it.
I would give it
They pop up and then that's the end.
But, like, that's just it. Like, it's just, you can be close.
I know we've known each other for 10 hours
and
this thing, but I love you.
But always, it's like, we've known each other for less than half of a day, but it's been stressful, so let's have sex. Like,
yeah. Well, look at when it's like that Love Island.
Yeah.
It's like they're on an island for like 2 days and they're already like cheating on their wife of like 10, you know?
Yeah.
It was like, holy fuck.
Like, Speed's another good example. Like, fucking, like,
I love doing Speed.
Yeah. But like fucking...
Oh, Speed. No, they fall in love, don't they?
They do, but that's what I'm saying is like that's an example of why the hell did they fall in love?
Yeah, it's like what? Because you've gone through yeah, exactly.
You had no time to deal with that. And there was an occasion where he flat out left you.
Yeah.
Like, I would instantly have trust issues. Uh-oh. I have to fight that missile. He all of a sudden just starts flying.
I would not put it past Segal to know how to fly.
I would love a moment like that in one of these movies.
Like, why wouldn't he have just been Superman before?
Yeah, everything's been like the movie's been silly and whatever, but then that moment happens.
Never like jump the fucking shark.
Here we go.
Or he could have at least ridden a bomb.
Yeah,
like it fires out and he's on the bomb. Yeah,
I would love it.
Oh, that tense music's come back on.
Yeah. Am I not showing us?
Dude, that sounds right out of Die Hard.
Yeah. Well, this was the big thing. This was a movie that was basically described as Die Hard on a boat. But then there were other ones. This guy wrote a few other movies, and there were also Die Hard onto this, Die Hard onto that, and it was just like ridiculous. Okay, next time we do this, I'm gonna get the extension cable for this because this is too this just floating in the air is too much.
What's the problem?
What? Well, hopefully the next time
it's a safety tether.
Hopefully the next time I'll have it fixed so we'll be able to listen.
We won't get too far away from each other.
No, I want to stay close. Don't
exactly. I'm picking up the old orange phone here.
See, the woman's pushed back again.
Oh, they did push her back. She's like, we don't need a coffee if they're titsy, okay? So back up.
I outrank you? Yeah, getting me coffee.
She's like, actually, I outrank you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's...
Yeah.
Oh, AWOL. What a great name for a military man. AWOL.
AWOL.
Where'd you get that nickname? I'm constantly fucking off with this airplane. He's not even going to this mission. He flies off and he goes to like San Diego and he lands. He's like, oh, I love going AWOL. That's why they call me this. But they think I'm a scamp.
Did you say simp?
Scamp.
Oh.
No, I'm a simp.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
A simp is essentially like when you're
like a wimpo.
When you're something's bitch. Is essentially
I'm like, that's what I thought. I was like, you're a big wimpo.
But it's more like, you know, like if I would be like a community simp or a Star Wars simp. It's like they own me. It's that kind of thing.
Ooh.
I do that for a lot of shit.
Get in there, girl.
And I know that that's my flaw.
You get off that boat with all these fucking disgusting men.
Let's have a slap fight.
Oh, throat rip.
I thought you were going to throw up.
My throat couldn't take the throat rip.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, a MacGruber throat rip. Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, my throat lost it.
I like that.
My throat was like, oh.
The MacGruber TV show opens up essentially with a throat rip. It was fantastic. he's in prison and he's like, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" And he's like, "That's
I love that he just throat ripped that guy. I can't I can't even live. Arnold ever do a throat rip?
No,
I don't think so.
No, his hands are too big.
Yeah.
You need like the proper size hand. He really does look like, you know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of a lot of actors before they hit steroids. And it's like,
or after.
Like, but it's like when you look at like The Rock. Now The Rock was still in decent like shape in like his early days, but then you see him now and he's like gigantic, and it's like the comparison, the relative.
He's gonna have like a raging heart attack like any day now.
I hope
like
not.
you cannot like. Yes, okay, they look good, but it's not. You are not supposed to be that big.
Yeah,
muscle weighs more than fat, so their heart is actually.
Yeah. Well,
like,
they said to who was the guy?
I wait a time, right? For dinner, I had bacon grease.
That's very
but
good.
you know,
yeah, no, but there was no, but it's so true. Like you don't have to look a certain way for something to be true. To be
right,
not true.
Exactly right. Yeah.
But
you don't have to look away to say the truth about something.
Yeah. I can say this because I have the proper BMI.
Oh my god! Like that's right. I don't know what happened to my throat on that throat ripper. Now I'm like.
It's like a voodoo curse occurred.
No, it was like my throat it was there, man.
Yeah.
My throat was been in this movie from the get-go, and that throat rip was just too much for it.
Yeah.
It was just too. Oh, like that, like
he could have put 30 bullets in this guy in the time. Like it's like instead I'm gonna walk circles around him where I occasionally have to pull my gun back.
He's even wearing like just like he just strolled on set, like. Like he was at the retirement home and he just threw something on to go fight some bad guys on a boat.
Yeah, it's chilly out there. Just gonna throw.
I have to find out what that Tyson movie is.
Yeah,
I know it's on Tubi and there's somebody else in it.
I love the waving of the hands. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the lightsaber battle between Hayden Christensen and Christopher Lee.
Ooh.
Because obviously, like, Hayden Christensen could do it, but Christopher Lee was all old, so it would just go to like a tight shot of one of them going like this, and then a tight shot of the other one going like this.
That's what you're supposed to do, right? It's like,
yeah, but it's the other hand too. Is like, I have two snakes that I'm fighting you with, and one of them has a knife in his mouth.
Oh fuck. Like Tommy Lee Jones should have been, if it was going to be, you know, your classic kind of action movie, he should have been a much more formidable opponent. Like, my God, like done.
Yeah.
Done.
Oh.
Boom.
Why did he have to do all of those
smokes?
Things?
Like, wow, that took long.
Thumb through the eye, knife through the top of the head, then head through the thing. Like, then he's like, he should have taken that and then threw it overboard, and then dropped like a bomb on top of where he landed.
No one can even come close to, like, he's like the Goldberg of like action dudes.
Yeah. And that's all him. Oh, damn.
And for a guy who touts how good at like kung fu he is, he certainly doesn't do a lot.
No,
sometimes he'll do a lame kick, like the lamest fucking kick you've ever seen.
His kicks look like David Carradine in like the Kung Fu: The Legend Continues.
Yeah. It's just
like everything was so slow and like off kilter. Like anybody who's done any, like, I did karate as a child, and I know like about like maintaining your balance and like keeping a strong footing and stuff when you throw a kick. And he kind of like leaned back, whatever. I'm like, you know what somebody would do with that kick? They would punch the bottom of his foot and he'd fall over.
They block it. He'd just be like, get his leg shattered like fucking Conor McDouchebag.
Oh my God. Yeah, that was like a thing that was just going on in MMA at that time. He was like the third dude to like just shatter his leg fighting somebody. And then he's the only one who blamed the guy.
Of course he did.
Such a pussy, I wouldn't have broke my leg. Like, what does that mean?
No, nothing makes sense. Conor McGregor's a fucking cretin. The fact that he like, and that one dude, Khabib, was like, well, how the hell does this guy, he's like, I jumped over the cage and fought some guy after he ran my religion down, my family. He said the nastiest things ever, and during the fight they're being super nasty, so he's like, fuck you. And after he kicked Conor's ass, like, Conor loses every fucking match, even though he gets more than the person he's like fighting. He shouldn't have even been in contention for like the longest time ever.
I know. The problem is he sells tickets.
Yeah, and it's like he punches a dude in a bar because he would, like an old man at a bar, because he offered him like his own whiskey, and the old guy was like, "Get the fuck out of here, loser!" And so he punched him. Like,
the bombers were all still coming to take out the ship, and they're like, "Oh, call off your bombers," and they're all like, "Woo!" I was like, "Oh yeah, go."
Yeah, you did it, Steven Seagal.
I love these self-congratulatory assholes.
We did it. I did it.
So
I'm
much
on the
work.
phone.
Stop smoking, guys. All I see is friggin' Mario.
He doesn't smoke right. That guy's not a smoker, I don't think. I think he's faking it. Nobody smokes like that.
That was still my favorite all-time thing in college, was me getting yelled at for smoking wrong because I was smoking in a movie. And I was holding it, but I was like, I don't know. I was just like, I had it between my fingers. I was like, and they're like, no, nobody friggin' smokes. I'm like, I don't know. Like,
I had a girl, I'm sure I've said this to you before, but I had this girl come up to me once and be like, she was like, "Did you just start smoking?" And I was like, "I know." And she's like, "Because you look really awkward doing it." And I was like, "Oh, thank you for that."
It's the one line I always liked. I don't even remember where I got it from, but I always just want to say, there's no rule that says we have to talk. Like, you can just like, I like he's like doing stand up now for the crew.
Look at he's only got one scratch on him from all that, eh?
Yeah.
Oh no, when his back got cut up from an anchor.
Show me your move. Here's
oh my god!
Everybody watch me tongue kiss the playmate.
She's gonna pretend like that wasn't the most disgusting thing she's ever had to do.
You can see kind of her dead eyes after that.
Her dead eyes.
She's just kind of like, oh.
She's like, well, I guess I'm now the prize for the hero, because like that's me.
Yeah.
He should have went to kiss her, and she would have been like, "Never in your life, you ugly piece of shit." Like, what the fuck? Where were you guys like 10 minutes ago?
Yeah, I know.
Like 8,000 boats out there.
Well, boats, I guess, aren't that fast. He's like, they're at a spot where it's really hard to get to. He's back. Why did she get...
She's like all sailored up.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything else for her.
Yeah.
Maybe she just joined the Navy.
Well, like, she would have looked better in her tactical
Wow,
shit.
what a
Also, she didn't come here in clothes.
No, but they got a remember, because when she jumped out of the cake, they had to find her something. They gave her like...
Oh, no, but she had changed. Like, she changed into her stripper gear. So there's theoretically a bag somewhere that contained the clothes she arrived in.
Oh my god, some sailor's gonna find it. That's good sniffing, bro.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
John Rutger.
Rutger Hauer.
Just looking for somebody that I missed.
Yeah, you missed Frank Ferreira.
One
of the commandos.
He was one of my favorite commandos.
The bail jumpers.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just reiterate to every man out there right now that's listening to this podcast.
Luigi.
If you have a wife or a girlfriend who is telling you now that they are going to go work on a boat, dump them. Instantaneously. It was Kane Hodder.
Oh. Look at you. Good find.
It was totally Kane Hodder. I recognize Jason without his mask on.
Yeah. Frank Miller. Oh, my God.
Frank Miller.
Yeah. Naturally, he was the A camera operator, the guy who illustrates comics.
And you know what? And vice versa.
Yeah.
If you are a woman and your man is like, I'm going out to sea, you know that they are gay and you should dump them.
Yep. Hey, Todd, you're seeing somebody right now currently, are you not?
Sure ain't. I meant taint.
Oh.
I'm not really out at sea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm only a week on. I go back and forth to an island.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But you used to do long.
I did.
Okay.
I was not with some... Oh, wait. Yes, I was. Man, I got so much cock. Fuck. It was awesome. It's a lot hotter when it's guilty. It's like I'm on the phone with her getting fucking rammed by like 3 dicks. Some more room back there, boys. She's like, what are you talking about? Oh, we're just filling in some cargo.
I clearly don't know enough about gay sex when the sound of it to me is Luna Vachon being strangled in Super Nintendo's Royal Rumble video game.
I was just, it's funny, I just saw her. That's amazing. But that's almost the...
Oh, God.
The thwomps, yeah.
So there was a thwomp that really screwed me over in Mario Party the other day. I don't want to talk about them.
Is he getting your way and you pay him some bucks?
No, it was one where it goes day and night, but when it's nighttime, they can't move, and I didn't know that.
Is it Superstars?
Yeah. So I went up and I went to go right and I was like, oh, I could pay for the thwomp because the star was right on the other side. And they're like, no, the thwomp is frozen in place during the night. And I'm like, so I had to go the way around and come all the way back around to get like, guys, the struggle is real.
I know, right? Fucking thwomps.
You think you guys might have problems with COVID and losing businesses?
I saw a video the other day of the top shortcuts in Mario Kart 8. It's mind-blowing.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. I'm like, oh, this is why these Japanese people are defeating me.
Because they know the shortcuts.
Of course they do. Some of them are crazy. Like, oh, here it is.
So that's actual. We're waiting her next call to service.
Oh, which is going to be in Battleship.
All right. I'm going to look that up right now, actually. So.
Now we're watching a preview for Murderville.
It doesn't say anything. Oh, it says the U.S.
What are old ships called? Old ships.
Fuck this.
Fucker.
All right, everybody.
Old ship in Battleship, the movie.
I know, I'm not even.
The year.
I don't care.
And then put in Liam Neeson.
But then
put in Metallica.
I think it's the no,
rated R.
Forget about all this. All right, guys, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and the notification, all that. If you are listening to us, we'll still come and say hi to us on YouTube and give us a little watch here. This is kind of our prime home. But wherever you are, rate and review and whatever things they have, because they all have algorithms and they all help us get. I didn't say algorithms very well. I said a little bit like an alcoholic, but we'll let that slide. And yeah, they help us get seen. So I appreciate that very much.
I hope that this has opened up a lot of eyes. I'm hoping that the moment that we sign off, a lot of people are going to be getting yelled at from the sailing industry.
Yes.
What the fuck? Yeah, because that guy's wife that just loves to watch us. After she puts on Downton, she puts on Miscast.
She
just learns something horrible about her sailor husband.
Exactly. You told me you were just going on fishing trips.
Well, he's fishing all right.
There's a rod involved.
Exactly.
All right, guys. We will see you next week with a Coming Attractions episode. Find out what we're doing the week after that. I can't wait to find out personally.
Me too.
All right. We will catch you guys next time.
Oh, I like